Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing a Foggy Supposition. Now, I was a little bit hesitant to actually feature this puzzle, and I'll explain why once you actually see the rules. But just appreciate the word supposition for a second there, and the look of total confusion on Sleuth there, where things are hidden in the fog and he can't quite perceive them, and it's almost as if he's having to pick out of the darkness there without actually being able to see anything. Plays a little bit into the whole idea of what we're trying to play today. Where, of course, with Meggen033, another fog puzzle, feels like almost it's become a Monday habit. Monday is this, Tuesday is James Sinclair. I don't mind having some regular constructors that I'm featuring on certain days. Reminds me, I haven't played a willpower puzzle for quite some time, so I'm going to have to go hunting for one soon after this one. Anyway, let's take a look at today's puzzle and rule set with a Foggy Supposition from Meggen033 and the following set of rules. So first one is normal Sudoku. So place the digits 1 to 9, once each in every row, every column, every 3x3 box. I'm kind of smiling to myself because you can't see anything. Excuse me. The grid is covered with fog, and correctly placed digits will clear the fog around that cell, and no guessing is required except for the cell in row 5, column 5. So we're basically going to have to guess what is this cell, and once we guess it correctly, it will reveal all of the immediate cells around it, and then hopefully will show us some more clues so that we can actually progress without having to guess anymore, hence the supposition in the title. We've got digits along a magenta renban form a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. So if I take my magenta pen, somewhere in this puzzle will be something that looks like this. Essentially 4 cells, for example, that are a renban. And you need to come up with a set of digits that are essentially consecutive without any repeats. That's quite an important part. Sometimes people sort of forget that. So that could be, for example, 1, 2, 3. That could be 2, 3, 4. I couldn't do 3 with double 2 because I'm repeating a digit. And I certainly couldn't do 2, 3, 5 because they're no longer consecutive. Now, instead of a magenta line, it could have been a green German whisper line. And the key thing about green German whisper lines is they have a difference of at least 5 between neighbors. So if this cell is 2, this would have to be 7, 8, or 9 to be 5 or more away. And let's say this is an 8, this would have to be 1, 2, or 3 to be 5 or more away. I can repeat digits on a German whisper line. Had this German whisper line been a bit longer, I would have been able to show you the fact that I oscillate between low digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, high digits, 6, 7, 8, 9, and back and forth we go. Sorry, excuse me. Then we have black dots, and I think this is it. So, somewhere in this grid, it's not going to be a cross, it'll be a dot. And essentially what it's saying is these 2 cells are connected by a black dot are in a 2 to 1 ratio. One cell is double the other. If this is a 2, this would have to be 1 or 4 so that it is indeed double. So, fairly straightforward set of rules. Kind of. As always, if you want to play along, link will be in the description down below for you to do so. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. Right, let's get this over with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and here's our break. And then hopefully we're not going to have to do this again. Right, let me think about this now. So 8 and 9 are not on the renban. They're not in any of these cells. Now, either they are on here, where am I going with this? So essentially, I'm trying to understand the polarity of these 2. Okay, and it doesn't include a high digit. So the first obvious statement is I don't have an 8, 9 on here because there is a 7 that is not on the renban and then I've broken the chain. The other possibility would have been a 6 on here. It doesn't matter which one I pick because it's on a black crop dot. That would force the 3 off it. That's the only way to have a digit that is in a 2-to-1 ratio. And then because the 7 is capping out, I would need 5, 4, and 3 again on the renban to actually get 4 consecutive digits. So 6 is also off the table. Right, so without high digits on this renban, I know that all of these are going to be low. Can't have 5 on a black crop dot because half of 5 is 2.5, double of 5 is 10. That means that these, I actually don't know what this is, these are definitely high. Since they are German whisper lines, 5 or more away, they would change polarity. And then essentially I'm kind of left with 2 options, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just noticing now that the only place for a 5 is in here. Since I said 5 can't be on a black crop dot, 5 can't be on a German whisper line because, you know, take away 5 is 0, add 5 is 10. That's my other digit. That means that this is going to be 2, 3, 4. And then the partners, one of them is going to be 8, 9. Actually, these were definitely going to be 8. No, because I could have... Yeah, because I don't have 1 on here. That means that the 6 is not on here because the neighbor is too close. 2, 3, and 4 are not 5 or more away. 6 is essentially in one of these cells. I'll come back to that. Well, it's an 8, 9 pair, and one of these is 1, 6. Okay, that's the pencil mark for box 1. Now the 4 can actually be on there, but the 4 cannot be on this cell because 1 or 6 is too far, as is this cell. Neither of these could be 4, because in essence, the black crop dot is pointing towards a 1 or a 6. So that has to be the 4. This is 2 or 8. Excuse me. Now, what are the possibilities? If this is 6, that would of course have to be 1. I would end up with 1, 2, 3. That looks like it works. Then I'd end up with 3, 6 in here. Doesn't matter because that would be 2, that would be 1. So all of that actually works if this is 6. If it is 1, well, this is a high digit with 8. And on a black crop dot, this would have to be 6, and this would have to be 3, and this would have to be 7. Hopefully that makes sense, because essentially I'm looking for 3 cells that are consecutive, but one of them has to be a black crop dot digit. And 8 is just too far away from something like a 4 on 3 cells. So the only way this would work is if this is 6 and this is 7, and then a 6-3 pair, which removes the 3-6 possibility in here. This is definitely 2, this is definitely 1, this is 3, this is 6. That gives me the 1, 2, 3, and the 6. Lovely. Both 8 and 9 actually work. They're both far enough away from both the 2 and the 3. Here is 1, 3, 6. On a German whisper line, you have to have 1 of each polarity. So the 6 is definitely on here, and then the neighbor would have to be 1. 3 is too close, so this is a 1-6 pair, and this is a 3. And then an 8-9 pair, which gives me an 8-9 pair in rows 4 and 6. So this is 8-9. And then 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, not as useful. Excuse me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7 with the 2, and then 8, 9. So from 4, 5, 7, which can actually be on a black crop dot, well, it can only be the 4, and then we're back to this 2, 8 dilemma. Actually, no, not a dilemma, it's resolved here, just keeps repeating. If this is 8, these are 3, the same challenge again. 8 would require a 6 in here, a 3 in there, and then a 7 in here. 2, well, it would have to be either 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4, the 3 can't be there. So that would be the 3, that would be the 6. That gives me my 1, my 6. And then it could be 1 or 4. It's not resolved in the lower case scenario. It could be 1, 2, 3. It could be 4, 2, 3. Now, in any of these scenarios, this middle digit, essentially, they're all going to be one color. They're either all low or they're all high. And therefore, on this run of 3 German whisper line cells, the middle digit will be the same polarity as these. Now, I couldn't do 1, 2, 3 because that would force a 4 in here, and then suddenly I'd require a double 9. So that's not going to work. So 4 is off the table. No, 1 is off the table. A 1 in here I seem to get away with. And if it's 6, 7, 8, it would be a 9. So far, no challenge. 2, 3, 4 with a 1. That would be a high digit. That would be 6 or 8. Of course, it would be 8, which would require a 4, which would break the puzzle. 2, 3, 4 would place a 1 in here, because that has to be, I can't have 5 low digits. So that would be a 1. That would be a high digit on a black Kropke dot, which is not 6, would have to be 8. And then I would repeat the low digit. So that answers that. That's 9. Therefore, this is 6, 8, 7, and 3. Now, this has to be a low digit. That is not 4. This is 1, 2, 3. It's not 3 because of the 6. Can't have a 6 in here. And the 1 can't be a 2. So this is definitely a 2. And this is definitely a 4. That means this is not 1, 2, or 4. It is definitely a 3. Okay. 5, 7 pair. Definite 4 now here. 4, 5, 7. Not 6. And then 2, 5, 7. And of course, I don't know why I moved on from this. This is 1, 5. 6, 8, 7. So essentially, I definitely have a 9 in here. I have to have a high digit. It's either in the middle or it's on the edge. Now, 9 in here would make, I'm tempted to pencil mark. 9 would make this 1, 2. The alternative, of course, is this would be 9. And this is not 1 or 3. Technically it could be 4, but that would require a double 9, which is not allowed. So that's full pencil marks again. Excuse me. Right, I've put off this German whisper line for too long. I'm kind of having to think about this. So 2, 3, if this is low, it can't be 4 again because it would be a double 9, so it'd have to be 1, which really exerts no pressure on the high digit that is there. It can't be. We've got low digits down here. This has to be a high digit, so, we can just color this in, high, low, and this cannot be 6, 7, or 9. That is just an 8. Surrounding the 8 is 1, 2, or 3. 1 or 3 in here means that's definitely a 2. And this high digit next to the 1 or 3 technically can include 6, 7, or 9. I think 9, 9 doesn't work because even if this is 7, I'd need to repeat the 8. So this is 6 or 7, so this is definitely a 1. 3 is too close to both of them. Now, looking at this renban, I'm fairly sure I can make any of them work. No, 7 would require a 6 in here to connect to the 4 or 5, and that's not allowed. So this is definitely 6. Now 4 with 5 works. 6 with a 5 in here gives me the freedom of both 4 and 7. 4, not 3. And then 7 in here, well, I'm going to say it doesn't actually work, because 7 and 6 would require, I can have 5. I just can't have 8. So that's fully pencil marked. This is a high digit, that is 7 or 9. I imagine 9 is tricky to pull off. No, 9 is fine. I could put 9 in here, 8 in there, 7 in here. 7, even if I place a 6 in here, can I? Yeah, 7, 6. So either this is 5 or 8. Because 7 could go to 6. So 7 could go to 8, then 9. It could go to 7, 8, and 6. I could also do 7, 6, and 5. So this is fully pencil mark, but it's a ton of pencil marks. I'm not sure I'm happy about it. Anyway. Right, this German whisper line that's been peeking through the fog. What do we do about it? So I was just distracted looking at this. If this is a low digit, this would be a 4, which is fine next to the 9. If it's a high digit next to the 2, it's not 9, it'll be 7 or 8. So again, this is fully pencil marked. Right. 6 is none of these. You can see, because it's actually heading in that direction through the fog, that this cell has 2 neighbors. And you can see that 6, according to Sudoku, can be in one of these 2. 6 can't be here because that can't be 1. We've already pencil marked it. So that's not 6. That is 6. These cells cannot be low or 5 or 6. So this is 7, 8, 9. That can't be a 9. That is 3 high digits in box 1 already. So the middle digit is the high digit. That is 7, 8, or 9. And then actually it's not 7 because I can't have a 1, 2 neighbor, but I can have a 2, 3 neighbor. And then there's a definite 7 in here. Then 5, 8, 9 down there with a definite 5. That is not 5. I think that means that is 5. Because essentially with the 6 and 4, the 5 would connect them. 6 and 7, the 5, sorry, 6 and 7, the 5 would connect them. So this is always 5 now. This is 7. This is 1. This is 5. This is 5. This is a 2, 7 pair. This is a definite 4. That we still don't know. We've got 8, 9 pair, and then we have another 2, 3, and another 4, 7 down here. Kind of surprised I don't seem to know much about this. Oh, 3 gave me 2 and 3. One is in one of these 2 cells. Where am I going with all this? I need a 5, which has to be in here. So, and I need a 3, which cannot be there. So 5 is definitely in here. In here is definitely both 1 and 3. In fact, that's not a 1. Plus an 8, 9. I mean, this is 3 or 9 only. Can't be 8 either. Three, 4, 7, 9, plus the 5. So not 3, 7, or 9. So this is 4 or 5. No, I'm not onto a winner here. There's something I'm missing. Sudoku, maybe? Usually. Let's have a think about this. 5 means this is 8. Still 7, 8, 6 works. So I don't think it removes much in terms of pencil marks here. 6 forces a 6 down there. We almost have the same kind of pattern. I've already got 2 high digits. Technically, I can make both of these high, but it's going to be a bit harder. Let's have a think about it. I mean, 6 and 8, 6 and 8. So it would force a 7, 9 pair, and that would create a 7, 9 triple. So this is not going to work. That's 7 or 9. This is a low digit of 1, 2, 3. 3 works with a 6. 1 and 2 both work. And this is 2 or 4. 4 also works with next to the 9. Only place for a 4 in column 7 now is in here. Not sure how I missed that. That's 4. That's 9. That's 7. 7, 8. Well, it can't be repeating a 7. That is not a 9, sorry, an 8 either. See, I don't seem to be able to eliminate options here. If this is 1, 2 looks fine. If this is 2, 1 looks fine. If this is 3, 6 looks fine. Actually, that 4 forced a 5 in here. I can do that. And that 7 gave me a 4 in here. And this is 3 or 9. Well, it's now 3. Can't be 9. So that's 9. And this is a 1-3 pair. That is not a 9. That's 5. That's 8. That's 7. That's an 8-9 pair. Which removes an 8 from here. That's no longer 3. That's no longer 6. So this is a 1-2 pair. That is a 6. 9 removes this 9 from here. So the 9 is in the middle, forcing a 4 in here. Still 1-2 pair. Gives me a 7, a 2. A 4th digit in here, which is 5, I'm going to say. Then I have another 1, 2, and a 4, which is in here. No 2, so the 2 has to be there. Whoa. How about Sudokus? Sleuth 1, 2, not 1, is 1. These two cells are, I'm going to say 6, 7. That's 6, that's 7. And then an 8 plus something, a 5, 8. That's the 5, that's the 8. That's finally the 8-9 pair from the start of the game. Resolved. These are also resolved. 1-2 pair gave me 3 and 1. We've got this now in terms of fog. That's got to be 6. That's all the fog revealed. And a 3. It's just Sudoku now. 2, 7. These are resolved. Yep. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. And if I've not made, oh, hang on, 9. If I've not made any more mistakes, that's a 9 for the finish. It's an unusual puzzle from Meggen033. I think like it played very similar once you've placed the first digit. I guess, you know, he did want to do something different, and today is about a bit of guesswork to start, but thankfully didn't continue. Hope you guys enjoyed the puzzle and the video, and I'll see you back soon. Bye-bye for now.